It's time for local stories from across the East. Local food. Local fashion. Local businesses. This is your home for local. This is the East's Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.
Hello and welcome to the East Daily Download. My name is Mark. I will be your tour guide on this adventure across the East. You got that right. I am actually driving right now, being very safe as a matter of fact. We have a big show in store for you today as we travel home. I had to run into the office for a minute. We are all still sheltering in place, but I needed something at the WNCT Eastern North Carolina CW studios, so I had to run in and get it, so I'm on my way back home. Just thought we would record a show and give you a different viewpoint of things and a different look than we normally do. So we have a big show in store for you today, a lot of great local stories. Why don't we check out the first one, and we'll be back in a little bit here on the East Daily Download.
Now downloading Weather School.
What is the hottest planet in our solar system? Well, you might think Mercury, since it's closest to the sun. But the title of hottest planet actually goes to Venus. Covered in a thick veil of clouds which trap heat, the surface of Venus is hot enough to melt lead. The planet's landscape is dotted with volcanic features, and its atmosphere is mostly carbon dioxide and nitrogen, with clouds of sulfuric acid droplets. It's therefore incapable of supporting life as we know it. Even though no human has ever stepped foot there, Venus has been visited by over 40 spacecraft, including the Magellan missions in the early 1990s. These surveys increased our knowledge of the planet greatly, but to the observer, Venus will always maintain a veil of mystery. From the WNCT 9 on your side First Alert Weather School, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Jackson. Class dismissed. Along with the increase in winds, the increase in storm surge potential too.
It's the fact that the tornado warnings do continue for the area.
9 will be on your side straight until the end of the storm.
When the weather's at its worst, the WNCT-9 First Alert Weather Team is at its best with the most accurate forecast and the information you need to get through the storm.
The storm's damage is not just a function of the strength, it is a function of the way it's coming in.
WNCT-9 First Alert Weather, on air, online, and on our mobile app.
It's not the typical send-off a student athletes get, but for one night, they'll return to the playing fields to get the recognition they deserve. Most high school student athletes have 4 years to build a career, but for Croatan soccer player Savannah McAloon, that career was cut short by COVID-19.
We've had a lot of cries. We've cried, but that's all behind us now.
The team captain was confident her squad would make it to this year's state playoffs.
Dynamic and the mindset, we were just like all clicking and it was there.
We felt like we had a really good run in us, and we had a very good opportunity to win a state championship.
Coach Paul Slater led the team through a handful of games before the pandemic canceled the season.
We left rather abruptly, and we didn't actually get to say goodbye or congratulations.
So that's what Friday night is about. For 20 minutes, the spotlight will shine on McAloon and dozens of other Carteret County student athletes.
Most of us got to only play a few games, or if any, and so the recognition is just appreciated.
The lights over the field will honor the spring sports seniors and their families for the season lost because of a virus.
Tonight's a great opportunity for us to recognize their seniors and their commitment to the program.
McAloon says she wishes she could have had a few more away games before her season was cut short.
Because we never really got a chance to bond over long car rides or bus rides. And that's where the memories are made when it's not on the field.
The lights will shine from 8:20 until 8:40 p.m. If you are planning on visiting one of the 3 schools, you are asked to stay in your car. At Croatan High School, Camila Barco, 9 on your side.
I'm Alicia Kellum, the Executive Manager here at Don Williamson Nissan. With recent health concerns, we wanted to share some ways to keep your vehicle clean. Disinfect all high-touch areas where there's most contact with bare skin, like the steering wheel, handles, lock buttons, seat belts and buckles, mirrors, radio dials, and climate control buttons. Sanitize your hands about every hour just to be safe, and listen to all the latest alerts from health officials. From all of us here at Don Williamson Nissan, stay safe. We're thinking of you.
The East Daily Download wants to hear from you. Send us your pictures and your viral videos, and don't forget to ask a question for Angie Quezada's Q&A with AQ. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Use the hashtag East Daily Download.
Hey, welcome back to the East Daily Download. Hope your day's off to a great start so far. I am currently on the road. I'm actually just driving back home. I had to run to the WNCT and Eastern North Carolina CW studios for a minute to pick something up. We've been working from home and remotely, but sometimes you still need a file or something from the office. So, right now I'm in the Farmville area. It's beautiful out here. It's a beautiful day so far. So if you can get out and get a little bit of exercise or take a drive around the neighborhood or out and about, do so if you can. Okay, we have a big show in store for you still today. We have a lot of local stories still to come. So why don't we check out the next one right now, and we'll be back here in a little bit on the road, okay? See you soon.
The Carolina Farm Stewardship Association has over 150 farms across North and South Carolina listed on their website. There you can find added-on farm pickup, home delivery, and online pre-order options to accommodate for social distancing in light of the COVID-19 outbreak. And with me I have James Sharp from Dean's Farm Market. And James, tell me, what options do you have for people right now?
So right now we're doing a drive-through service. Our customers can bring an order guide, fill it out. We will pick the product for them and carry it back to their cars. Okay,
and I also heard you guys have some fully prepped dishes. Is that true as well?
Yes, we do. We have chicken pot pies, baked spaghettis, cheesy squash casserole, a lot of good food here.
Okay, and do those have to be pre-ordered online?
No, they can be ordered once you get here.
And make sure to visit the Carolina Farm Stewardship Association online to find out more about what options are available near you. It's harvesting season, and many farmers are working hard to ensure fresh food is being delivered to your table. And James, tell me, what goes into harvesting season?
So our guys are busy. We're out in the fields every day harvesting the perfect fruit and vegetable. Bringing it to the market, so we've got good fresh product.
Okay, and are there any challenges facing farmers this year?
So this year with the COVID situation, we're taking our workers' temperatures before they start work. We're wearing gloves as well as face masks during the harvest process. And just taking every precaution we can to ensure we have a safe food supply.
Okay, well, thank you very much. And now is the time to support your local businesses and farmers. For the East Daily Download Farm Report, I'm Katie Augustine.
For those in need, there's never been a greater time of need. Join the Salvation Army in our fight to bring hope to those in our community struggling the most. Drop off your donation today at a local Eastern North Carolina chapter or give at salvationarmycarolinas.org.
Many people are losing their jobs due to the coronavirus. That's causing them to struggle to make rent and mortgage payments. But real estate agents say the market right now is actually a really good time for sellers.
With all honesty, right now is probably one of the best times you're going to want to sell your house, just because right now the market is still hot, houses are still selling. We're seeing cases where people are getting multiple offers like it was before all this started.
Local housing prices are not actually going down, but experts say they could in the next couple months if the pandemic continues. On the other side, many landlords know their tenants are facing financial problems, so they're finding ways to help with rent.
I've got them trimming bushes and putting out fresh pine straw and doing some very light repair, pulling weeds. And it doesn't, make a huge difference. It might be 6 hours a week, but still that's $70 that they can help contribute to their light bill or towards their rent.
They say you can better understand your options just by reaching out to your local realtor or landlord. Realtors say interest rates are expected to remain low if unemployment continues to stay high. For more on this story and how people are dealing with housing during this time, you can head over to WNCT.com online originals. In Greenville, I'm Emily Severidge, 9 on your side.
I love the 10 p.m. because it's a little earlier. I know a lot of folks tend to go to bed, at a reasonable time, so you can catch us at a good time. The first few minutes of the show, we're giving you local news, the important headlines of the night, right? Focusing on Eastern North Carolina. But then we kind of take you outside of Eastern North Carolina, maybe in the entire state or regional, and then we hit so many different areas.
We have the segments like the Wow Wednesday.
Yeah, Trending Tuesday.
Right, and so these are some segments that allow for a little more personality and engagement in a way that we don't always get the chance to in some of the other shows.
It's just such a good crowd. I feel like we have the most probably diverse crowd when it comes to the 10 o'clock newscast, because you do have the older crowd, but you also have a lot of young faces that tend to watch shows on the CW, and then they just, matter of fact, oh, you know what, let's tune into the news because my show comes on afterwards. So sometimes we just have such a range of people, so it's pretty cool.
Hey, we're back here on the East Daily Download. Hope your day's off to a great start so far. I'm on my way back home from picking something up at the WNCT Eastern North Carolina CW studios, and thought we would give you a very different kind of show, one that is on the road, so to speak. You know, we might do this again in the future, but be very careful when you're out on the road, obviously. And hey, I always remind you about the WNCT mobile app, which is a great resource to get for news, local weather, and of course the East Daily Download. However, under no circumstances should you drive and watch the app. It's one of the very few times I'm ever going to tell you not to use the app. But get it still, but just don't use it while you're driving. Okay, we still have a big show to come, so let's get back to it, and I will see you back here in a little bit.
We're here at Strawberries on 903. This farm and many others in the East have to deal with problems every year, from bad weather to pests to trade wars. The coronavirus is adding to their struggles.
Farmers one of the land. Hard work, good work ethic, heritage, tradition, a way of life.
Frankie Purser is a 9th-generation farmer.
This is the 5th oldest farm in the state of North Carolina, row crop farm.
It's what the Vanceboro man knows best.
You should run a farm, besides it being your heritage, you should run it as a business. And if you're not making money, it's a hobby. So you have to make money.
His business already faces challenges.
The trade war was really what had me worried last year, plus the weather. So I guess it's kind of getting to be an old thing, but you never really get used to it.
Now add in the pandemic.
We're a victim of price fixing. So we're at a disadvantage right there.
The coronavirus is hitting commodities, the prices farmers get for their crops.
Basically, the corn prices have me worried. I'm pretty sure anyone else who's trying to farm worried. The commodity prices need to be picked up.
When commodity prices are low for these crops, the consumers don't necessarily see it on the shelves.
But what happens on farms affects everyone.
There's a lot of money that flows out of these farms back into the local economy through wages that are paid, through the purchase of inputs and supplies, through the sale of crops that these counties in the East rely on because it's a huge part of the local economy.
Purser survived trade wars and bad weather. He was optimistic about this year.
And I was hoping in 20 things would pick up, and now this virus, it looks like there's no light at the end of the tunnel no time soon here.
Farmers provide fresh produce and meat, but they've lost customers in this pandemic.
Where they're having a problem is the lack of demand on the grocery store shelves for pork, poultry, beef, or however the virus is affecting consumption at the time. And with the restaurants and schools shutting down for the most part, that's backed up a lot of the supply.
The outbreak is hitting during an important part of the year.
This is planting season for corn, soybeans, and cotton. So these guys are planting. They're going to put the seed in the ground. They're going to do their part to have a crop.
Frankie Purser wants state and national leaders to know what farmers are facing.
Start calling our legislators, congressmen and senators, and let them know about the situation, because there's power in numbers, and maybe that could change something.
The coronavirus is not just hurting Purser's business, it's affecting his way of life.
Farming is the cornerstone of civilization. You think it's bad when there's no toilet paper on the shelves. I bet if you go to Food Line, there's no food on the shelves.
One of the best ways to support local farms is to buy their products. They're also getting some help from the federal government's CARES Act, the stimulus program including payments and loans. In Winterville, Ariana Kraft, 9 on your side.
I'm Brian Ritchie at the Ritchie Law Firm, and I wanted to introduce you to Eastern Carolina Education Connection, brought to you by Pitt County Schools and the Ritchie Law Firm. We got involved with this program because we really wanted to do something for the children in our community during this pandemic. A lot of them are out of school, parents are having to juggle work and homeschooling, and a lot of these younger children from kindergarten to second grade don't really understand what's going on and why they can't be going to school every day and being around their peers and seeing their teachers. A 30-minute break in order to get educational opportunities, learn how to do crafts, storytelling, and go on virtual field trips and still get that education balance. And we thought that this would be a good thing for the community. You can watch Eastern Carolina Education Connection every day at noon on the CW, Monday through Friday, sponsored by Pitt County Schools and sponsored by the Ritchie Law Firm.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I want to say thank you for everything you have done.
Hi everyone, it's Angie Casada with Q&A with AQ. In a little different situation like last week, we're home, working from home, practicing social distancing, but we're still answering your questions, so let's get right to it. The first question, what's something to come out of this pandemic that's been great? Okay, well, I think with a lot of people, babe, my boyfriend's recording me right now. Do you want me to put you on camera? This is gonna be on TV. No. This is gonna be on TV. No. Okay, something good that came out of this is that a lot of people who are busy working and stuff like that, you've actually had the time to slow down. And I think that's something that a lot of people have been appreciating. You know, just talking to my mom the other day, she is constantly working in Orlando, right? So that's a 45-minute drive there, 45-minute drive back. And she's working early hours in the morning, late hours at night. And she just said, Angie, it's almost like being retired working from home, because she's able to spend more time with my dad, with her mom, my grandma. She's been gardening, enjoying the day, which she doesn't really get to do during the week at least. So just being able to slow down, embrace the people that you love, and just enjoying it, even though you know, things are definitely different. But I want to also encourage you guys to please keep practicing social distancing, because it is having an impact. It is making a difference. Well, the next question, where can I find Lysol wipes? That is the magic question, because when I tell you I still haven't found it and I've been searching for like 3 weeks, I feel like every time I go to the supermarket, it's never there. So biggest thing that I can encourage you guys to do is, whether it's Target, whether it's Food Lion, Walmart, call them up, see when their truck is coming in that week. Usually what they recommend is you coming in at 7 o'clock in the morning as soon as that truck gets there, and then you'll be able to have first dibs on the supplies. But if you do get some, save some for me, because I need some. Next question, what beaches are currently open to the public? I do know this because I just asked one of our reporters who's out there by the coast, and 3 beaches are currently open to the public. One of them are Salter Path, Harker's Island, and Radio Island. Those are the 3 beaches right now that are currently open to the public, because a lot of people, they have been, of course, putting a lot of restrictions on the coast just because of social distancing and under what Governor Cooper is ordering at the moment. Next question. For karaoke, what's your go-to song? Oh, I like that. I love karaoke and I miss it so much because I used to go on Wednesday nights after my shows with my coworkers, and we haven't done that in forever and a day. But go-to karaoke song, I would have to say Killing Me Softly by Lauryn Hill. That's like my favorite song to sing. So, well, those are all the questions we have. Again, send them in, download at WNCT.com via email. Super easy, and I'll definitely answer them. It's Angie Casada, and you guys are watching East Daily Download.
Local news and weather are available for you on the go just by downloading the WNCT mobile app.
The WNCT mobile app is available for free in the Google Play or App Store. Your local news and weather on the go.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the East Daily Download. I hope you enjoyed this very different on-the-road edition, and we might do it again in the future. It's a different kind of scenery, that's for sure. So, have yourself a great day. Don't forget WNCT.com under the Download tab. You can watch the show, any of the shows at any point in time, and the WNCT mobile app available for free at Google Play and App Store. And we'd love to hear from you on social media, Facebook and Instagram, using the hashtag East Daily Download. Okay, I'm going to leave you and continue on my drive home. You have a great day, and we'll see you back here on the next edition of the East Daily Download. See you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Tomorrow, when we hit the road for the next edition of the East Daily Download, Angie will introduce us to a child looking for a loving home. Anissa will talk about how we can all hold ourselves accountable while we're home. And speaking of home, we'll talk about cabin fever. And our good friends at the Down East Wood Ducks will be here with an update on baseball. So join us tomorrow for the East Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.